This is the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday. Final score from Georgia Tech. The Jackets win at 74-69 over Notre Dame. Bob Rathman and Corey Alexander with our wrap-up here today. It was a game of major runs. Georgia Tech had 3 of them, big leads. Notre Dame came back each and every time. But, Corey, at the end, the last spurt belonged to the Yellow Jackets.
It was. And Trae Golden coming up with a huge shot. And we questioned whether he was healthy, if he was cramping, what was going on with him. But a huge shot for him to be the clincher for Georgia Tech. But he got it started and finished it off.
And the Jackets, the team that threw the first punch in that first half.
It was. Trae Golden came out very aggressive, knocking down the 3. And then that got contagious. Chris Bolden was able to really start to knock some shots down. And he made some big threes throughout the game. But Trae Golden kept it going in the first half. 15 points in the first half. And he did most of his damage attacking the basket and finding ways to get to the rim against Notre Dame's defense.
And at the half, Georgia Tech led 39-35. The Fighting Irish, though, were in comeback mode all afternoon.
And it was Eric Atkins who really carried them to end the first half. And he was big the entire game. And in the second half, Daniel Miller was able to give Georgia Tech a huge boost in the paint, not only on the offensive end, but defensively as well. He had his presence felt all night long.
Jackets opened up a 15-point lead, but right on cue, back comes Notre Dame.
And they did it with Garrick Sherman, their leading scorer, who they felt they needed a big production from. Didn't do much in the first half, but in the second half, he was all over the place and gave them a huge boost. But it was Trae Golden who finished it off for the Yellow Jackets. But a game without controversy isn't really a game at all. You see an attempt to foul by Georgia Tech. Eric Atkins throws up the shot in an attempt to get 3 free throws, but there was never a whistle. And we know you got to play until you hear the whistle.
And the final numbers today, Georgia Tech outshoots Notre Dame 43-40%, turnovers 11-8. And Notre Dame was able to cash in off those 11 mistakes. But the rebounding ended up just a 1 difference at 41-40. But the key rebounds in those frantic last 2 minutes belong to the Jackets.
They belong to the Jackets, and probably more importantly, Daniel Miller. And when you think about what he did this afternoon for the Yellow Jackets, a great stat line, but that doesn't even tell the story as to what all he did for them here at McCamish Pavilion this afternoon.
A big win for the Jackets. They're first in the ACC. Both ball clubs now 1-2 in conference play. This is the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.